well, they can already hear me. That's a bit weird. One, they can hear you now. Everyone say hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Crimson Petal episode. I'm so confused, by the way, because Janks has been uploading them like an absolute saint to the YouTube. Well, Becca just broke something. That's the rage, everyone. But they are a barbarian now, so you gotta live the rage, yo. Hey, everyone in chat. What have you broke?
Nothing. I just got water in my headphones.
Oh
No, should be fine.
The flashing lights behind you is actually just going to be the house
Your
blowing up. The rice trick. Well,
this is fine.
All the power's just going to go out in a second on Becca's
if anyone who's watching is new here,
we're sorry.
What does happen to Becca is the personification of this campaign, where we don't know what we're doing, we're just fucking around a tiny bit, and maybe it's a bit of fun, you know? What's up, Sugar? You keep pointing like you're about to tell me off. You're like this, like,
Listen, I might be eating some mac and cheese, so I wasn't...
Mac and cheese is so good. Anyway, welcome to Crimson Petal, the band of bastards, with this group of lovely people. Had an interesting session last week where one of the characters, Rascal, played by Carmen, agreed to a blood pact with a deity of murder, which was interesting because I didn't think this was going to happen. So I'm going to be playing around with that a little bit in the future. But for now, I'm going to give a little recap for anyone who is new here. So the Crimson Petal from day one started in the Cherry Blossom Town, and it was the fair and the Stone Festival. The fair was a celebration of the church, what was being reopened, and at the pinnacle of the fair, the celebration, the leader, Mr. Henry, got assassinated. Now, Annie, who is our group cleric, was able to hear certain words, and those words were whispered into Henry's, rest in peace, Henry, in Henry's ears. It took a little bit of time, but it made him realize that it's to do with Baal, who is the god of murder. And a few little things happened there. Here and there, we discovered a crypt underneath the town. Why it was there, how did it get there, how long has it been there, we don't know. But they went against some cultists, and you got pretty hurt in that fight. That was a beastly fight, actually. After that, they hid out a tiny bit in Rascal's abode, had a little chit-chat. Then they ended up in the Crimson Petal, which is a kind of hidden headhunter society, which Kia was part of. Almost like a mercenary guild, if you would. Kia is a hired hand, almost left the party last week. Because Becca likes doing that with her characters. And after
There's something deep and psychological about how
therapy sword, dude. You got therapy sword on your side now. Thank you for everyone in chat who said therapy sword. And then on their way, they bumped into a little goblin folk called Nat, who was in trouble because they were getting chased by some goblins and an orc, and they saved Nat's life. Nat didn't really have a chance to speak to him that much. In fact, they didn't really like Kia that much because everyone just went, piss off, see ya, bye. And you point them into some direction, and that was it for Nat. And then later on, they went up to the Hulak Forest, which is a very deep forest and a confusing forest because every single day in the Hulak Forest is different. It's full of mystery, it's full of magic because it's D&D. But our party had a weird encounter with a giant bird, predatory bird, as big as a dragon. And because of Theodore, thinking it was one of their friends. What was your bird friend again, Theodore?
Bobby.
Was it Bobby?
Yes.
Was it Bobby? You shouted Bobby in the air, and the rock tried to come down towards you guys. You escaped. You found yourself in a little elven glade, and we found out that the pond in the circle of the glade was an actual teleportation, not circle, but doorway, if you would. However, Rascal was not allowed in for obvious reasons, I guess, for Rascal, but maybe not anyone else. They found some items, they found some weapons. Kia found a sword. A bunch of stuff got passed around, passed away, Jesus. And then Kia later on found out that their sword had some kind of sentience to it. Then, after that, they had a little werewolf fight. They handled it pretty well. Kia chopped a few heads off as well. Kia, didn't get taken out as usual. They took some heads off, but then this one werewolf got one last desperate bite against Rascal. Rascal became a werewolf because of this. And last week, as Rascal transformed into the werewolf, they were after blood. And the blood, what was closest to them, was the party. Some close encounters, some interesting moments, until Annie managed to use the spell Cure Wounds. What's the word? Remove Curse. And from that point, a little bit of intrigue going on in between, because I think it's just better than just going, it works. Rascal at 1 hit point, 1 bit of health, was hanging upside down. They came to. There's a little bit of a dispute with what Kia did, because Kia basically tried to chop him and punch bag him for a few rounds. An argument happened, which was quite nice. A pinata. It's a pinata, Rascal. And then a little bit of an argument. Oakley went away from the group, found themselves a little squirrel friend. Name?
Fidget.
A Fidget.
Yeah.
Fidget. Everyone's got to say hello to Fidget in chat. And I think, apart from a little bit of convincing from Neela, Keela decided to have a little bit of a stake. They were sort of forced by the sentient sword, which is now named Therapy Sword, so that's going to be fun to play around with. But I believe that's it. Have I missed anything? Again, no notes. I'm just off the top of my head.
Good.
Cool. Okay.
Well, yeah, we found some stuff about Henry on Henry's body.
Thank
Boy
you.
did at least.
Yeah, so we found the curse, the mark of sacrifice, the brand of sacrifice actually, because it's a Berserk reference. Because I love Berserk.
And
yeah, sure.
we're on our way to Highmoon.
You're on your way to Highmoon because that's where you believe Taki is living. Maybe. We don't know. But you know you had a 10-day. You had 10 days to get there. I'm not entirely sure which day we are on right now, but I know you're okay for time. I'll make sure make sure that's all settled by the end of this session. So we find ourselves... would you say it's the middle of the night for you, Kia, when you come out of your trance? What would you say, Becca?
Yes.
Nice. Awesome. So what Kia does wake up and then just go and go back to meditating, because we might as well not. Also, before I forget, I hope Rosewater Fish is not too stressed right now. They're not here today. I apologize if I have to do a fucking impression of you. God damn it. But yeah, we all wish you well, Naomi. So everyone put some love hearts in chat. But yeah, sorry. So Kia, is there anything you want to do while you have this 4-hour window?
Fuck, I feel like there should be. How asleep does everyone look? Wait, can I get up and go back to the clearing? Just to specify.
So where we left off, if I remember rightly, you were let's say the road's here. You were the encampment was on the right hand side of the road.
Yeah.
Everyone was like sort of spread out. You went to the left hand side of the road. Neela followed you a tiny bit, but you found yourself against a tree. You took your armor off, if you remember rightly, and I think that's where you went into your trance.
Yeah, I went back again, so I wasn't near my armor. Went into
Sure.
my trance. So coming out, I'm going to go back into the clearing to see if kind of where people are.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I don't know if it was established or not. Where is everyone while they're resting?
Yeah, I was going to say my question would be, is Rascal sleeping alone, or are they surrounded by people?
Well, Rascal went to sleep against a tree with his back against a tree, basically sitting up. And I believe Theo sat next to him.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to do, Kia?
Cry?
Okay, roll to cry, please. Roll a
Free
roll a
So it was a
d20.
free action.
No, roll a d20 this time.
Want to see your performance?
Yeah, performance check.
Oh. Like performance.
Sure.
Why have I got +1?
Why is it performance?
19.
Great, you fucking look great. It's like Oscar,
Great,
like,
love that.
Like you hear a little squirrel, which isn't fidget, like just you know
Beautiful.
the gifs where they all
Yeah.
stand up like whoa. You just see them in the trees standing up. You have a real connection with Forest Dude.
I'm going to question why I can hear an echo of myself in my ear.
I don't know.
And then I am going to...
Maybe you've got the stream up.
I do have the stream up, but it's muted. So that makes no sense. Like,
Don't
it's
worry.
literally... Anyway. And I'm just gonna sit down away from everyone, but in the clearing, and just wait for people to wake up.
Okay, that's fine
I
with me.
chickened out of what I was gonna do.
If there's anything you want to do, like privately, as in like you want to tell me for the next session, please let me know. So I'd love to do.
Yeah, but I don't want to die, so
Okay. Why is talking to me mean you're gonna die?
not talking to you about what I would do.
Okay, that's cool. Oh, okay.
I'm not like, oh my god, I can't talk to Dave.
I know what you're on about. I get your vibe. Okay, so the question is then, everyone. So Oakley and Boy were on the first watch. Am I correct about that? So you would be the last to wake up, if that makes sense to all of you. So that opens up to Annie and Theodore more than anything, because Rascal, you were awake actually. So
Yep, and
Theo-
beaten up.
Oh yeah, you're fucked. Has everyone healed up, by the way? You did take a long rest. Has everyone healed up
Yes.
properly? Sweet. So Theodore, Annie, who's waking up first, or do you wake up simultaneously?
Simultaneously?
Yeah, you sort of you sort of communicate in your sleep. Well, wake up now, and then you wake up. So Annie and Theodore, after a very deep time from the night before, you arrive to your consciousness, and you look around, and it's around about 8 o'clock in the morning, because that's how we're sort of doing the cycle right now, right? And
Way too early for him.
yeah, too early for Theodore. He's got a job to do now. He's like, work mode, all right. But you guys get up and do a little stretch or whatever you need to do. But you're greeted with the opening of Halak Forest, right? You have the forest what's sort of behind you, in front of you. The road is just in the distance. If you look into your right, you start to see the clearing of the exit of Halak Forest. So you sort of greeted with a little bit of light, not too much though. It's not as sunny as it usually is. It's a bit more overcast right now. In fact, there's like a little bit of the fine rain that soaks you through, just cascading down onto you all. I'd say you're a little bit cold because I don't know if anyone maintained the fire. I know most people like separated, so there's no real base for this rest what you guys had, because it's very like, who are we talking to? It's very awkward. But yeah, it's a dim lit day, not mechanically, you know what I mean? All right, so anyway, Theo, Annie, you both wake up pretty much simultaneously. We can see you look at each other, you spot each other if you want to, and then yeah, what do you guys want to do?
So Theo is going to kind of look at Annie, kind of think to himself a little bit while cradling his lyre, and then he's just gonna go up to like stand next to Annie, and he's just going to he at this point he's very like subdued, so he's looking at the ground, he's kicking rocks.
Did you actually kick a rock?
don't know what I kicked. But he's just going to not turn to you directly, but he's just going to, Annie.
Yeah.
Thank you for saving Rascal. That was most resplendent of you.
Oh, and that's nothing. It's just part of a job, you know.
If you would not mind, I would really appreciate it if you could keep an eye on them for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll look after Rascal. Yeah. I mean, I look after all of you, you know. But I understand.
I still don't understand why you wouldn't, why they would not let me heal them. I know I'm not serious most of the time, but when it comes to Rascal, I want to keep them safe and healthy. They're my friend.
I can understand that. You two are really close. You just... You know what? I'll go talk to Rascal after he's woken up. See if there's anything that is probably bugging him about the situation. Maybe he'll get your mind at rest.
Don't. Rascal is a very private person. Just let him get through whatever is going on in his mind. It's probably something I did anyway. And at this, he's just gonna walk away and just keep clutching his lyre. Just walk to the nearest riverbank that he knows where it is.
Sure, that's fine. The riverbank actually is really far out right now.
Then he's going to try his best.
That's actually the next part of the journey, so don't worry. There might be like a little bit of water source going around, you know, but
still very sleepy, you know.
That's
It's
fine.
Very early. He's used to the nightlife.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
The nightlife, amazing. Kia, whereabouts would you be with the party? Because I'm just thinking, would you have been close enough to have heard Annie or Theo at that point? Kia.
Yes.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure.
She was just standing in the clearing.
Yeah, that's fine. I just
Or
want to make...
sitting, rather. She's not going to just stand for 4 hours.
As you meditative state, you just freeze. You do what Soph did last week. Okay, so about not too long after, the respite will be waking up. Obviously, Rascal, you're healed, but you're achy. And during your little sleep, you have little dots of memories of who you attacked, who actually tried to help you. You sort of replay what went on yesterday. You remember everything, but dream sequence style. You know, it's like, it doesn't really go forward, straight forward. It doesn't have to go straight back. It's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just wanted to give you that idea. You didn't have the most restful night. Let's be real. And obviously, Neela will be waking up too. Neela's gonna be quiet for most of this. It makes sense because she was upset from last. They were upset. All right. So, Rascal, Boy, Oakley, you guys are all awake. Kia, if you ever want to interact with anyone, please do so.
Well, as Rascal wakes up, first he will do is look around, see where everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
Grab one of his water skins with whiskey in it, take a chug. Sigh. Take his violin out and start play for a little bit. And he just sits there for a bit.
Do you, Theodore, are you close enough to Rascal so that they can hear you playing?
Yeah. Theo's going to hear and look at Rascal playing, but whenever he is like Like he is doing like his hands are not able to get a good grasp of the lyre.
Totally
Like
get you.
they are shaking and they are like doing this motion,
Yeah.
and he's just gonna look to the other way and just kind of sit down on a tree trunk.
Okay. Boy and Oakley, what is it you both do? Oakley, are you with the party? I believe you are, right? Because you.
Yeah, well, I took first
I
watch,
believe
so
you
yeah.
said yeah. Oh God, I gotta go take first watch again. Oh no! And you ran back to the party. So yeah.
Right, well, okay, so Oakley's going to get up, look around. He's not one for big confrontations, but he's going to see Theo looking very restless. And he's going to go over and crouch down and go, "Hey, come with me."
And I cannot do that surfer voice anymore.
Don't worry about it for now. It's all good. It's in your
I
heart. buddy.
kind of like grab onto your tunic, or just grab onto something, because at this point he just keeps his eyes closed. Not that it matters
Doesn't
anyway
matter,
because
yeah.
of the hair, but you know.
At this point, then Oakley's just going to very gently just put you on his shoulder.
Damn.
And just not go too far, but just sort of find a little bit of patch of grass that looks pretty soft.
How about the place where you met your squirrel friend?
Oh yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah, we'll go back there then. Sit Theo down in front of him and say, "Okay, what I want you to do is put your lyre in front of you and concentrate.
Why?
Just breathe and just focus on your guitar thingy."
Theo is just going to listen, and he's just going to try breathe in deeply, breathe out, and you can see some of the hair just. Is this supposed to be doing something?
No talking. Just breathe, nice and deep. Just focus on your breathing.
At this point, Theo is just going to exaggerate his movements, so.
Whoa! More relaxed than that. You'll get it. Just like this, and he'll cross his legs, and he'll sort of put his palms up like on the back of his knees, and then show what Theo has to do. So Theo
is just going to kind of like brush a little bit of the hair to see, and then just. And his hands are still like this, but he's trying very hard to limit it and just put them on his knees and just try to mimic his very best.
It's a little bit hard because Oakley's in the full lotus with the legs, where they like fold on top of each other. You're okay, but you almost like that awkward one where
He's
you
not
just
flexible.
Like exactly.
He's not flexible at all. So. And
okay. Don't worry about that. Just get yourself in a position where you're comfy. Keep your breathing. Stare at your guitar thingy.
Theodore, make a perception check. You do not have to roll at disadvantage because you're not using your eyes for this.
Perception. I mean, 15.
So, during this moment, even though you're struggling to find the zen, for lack of a better term, and your mind is just clustered with emotion right now, there is a little bit of a sparkle in your mind where you sat there and you just go, and just for a bit, you just hear nothing. And then trees just start to move around you. You start to hear the birds chirping above you. You feel the wind touching your skin a tiny bit, and even if it was just a little bit brief, there was a little bit where you felt a bit more grounded. And it takes you a little bit deeper into the emotion of what you felt. Instead of trying to express it, you try to internalize it. And as the noises started to come together in your mind and the music of nature surrounded you once more, your audio for Oakley comes back, and Oakley's sort of coaching you, but they're at the end of the coaching period. You've been in this point for about 5 minutes. Oakley, you've seen this kind of state before in your training, where your previous master, your current mentor, would just sit there and get you to meditate, take a moment, but you almost get lost in the time of the meditation. It's like your own voice takes them into the journey of calm. You have to settle them down, you have to get them into a peaceful state, but you're able to bring people's peace back to them. You need time to do it. So, Theo, you sort of come out of this mini trance, and you hear Oakley. What does Oakley say at the end?
Yes. Obviously, he's been sort of very gently coaching and all that sort of stuff, like you said. And when he sort of realizes that Theo's just got it, he's like, "Yay, you did it!"
So that's what you get into, Theo. You sort of open up the, "Yay, you did it!" That's like, oh shit.
That was really good for your first time.
Was it?
Yeah.
I never really did this kind of meditation deal. It was most excellent.
Right, and your shoulders are dropped a little, and your breathing's good again, and you don't look so tense with your hands.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I think you can play now.
Maybe later.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't want to push it.
That's fine. Well, if you ever want to do that again, you let me know and we'll do it again, because that was real good. And yeah, that's a good celebration for me, really. That's
You're
great.
Master Oakley, dude.
Oh, no, don't call me that. Not yet. I've only just got the color of my key. I'm nowhere near that level yet.
But you managed to make me go into that place thingy.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
really cool.
Well, it's quite a basic thing, really. We'll keep working on that first. But don't call me master. I haven't earned it.
Okay, Oakley dude.
That's great. No, we'll leave that segment there. That's lovely. Boy, as you wake up and you see Oakley and Theodore walking into the woods a tiny bit, what are you doing?
I'm probably still lying in the middle of the fucking grassy plain where everything went down.
Mm-hmm. If I'm right, you're cross-legged and your hands are behind your back, just going wait for it to
depending how tall the grass is, you wouldn't know he was there until he sits up.
Real quick, roll a stealth check. I know you're not trying to be stealthy, just thinking about it.
Just innate.
Yeah, because
stealth.
Little boy nose.
That is not a very mighty 10.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
my nose is just peeking over the grass.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, I just sit up and glance around, just look at everyone, just kind of see how the atmosphere feels. Notice it's still a bit tense and just think, I'll gloss over in a minute. And then I just get my notepad out and then just start drawing more little designs and that kind of stuff for more fireflies or maybe other insect mechanical things I can make.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, you can just do that. I'm gonna say that you guys have rations still, but how many rations? I have no idea. You're gonna have to let me know because I don't know. Yeah, so Rascal and what's going on with everyone else then? So Kia, what are you doing now? Because obviously we've gone around the room a tiny bit.
You're muted.
You're muted.
No, I'm not. You're lying to me. You hear these dulcet tones. I don't know what that word actually means. Kia's kind of hanging back still. She's not really interacting with anyone, kind of keeping quiet, keeping to herself, but watching what people are doing and how they're interacting and kind of gauging how angry people are still. She's really not doing all that much.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fair. It makes sense well for Kia because you want to analyze a fair bit before you take action.
And boy, does she then take action.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to rage. So, yeah. Oakley and Theodore, after your little bit of meditation, everyone is sort of just sat there contemplating of the past events. Oakley and Theodore also join the group. Kia, again, is a little bit further away from everyone else. Not too far. They're within eye range, right? But yeah, you guys, for the first time, for the past, 8 hours, you're actually a group again.
As everyone gets together, you probably hear Rascal singing, kind of sing along with his music. And he just gets up, still playing, and he will walk over to Theodore. And as he's still playing, he will look him in the eye, and he will stop and put his violin down.
Yo is just gonna keep his lyre he's keeping a very guarded position, but trying to smile it away because he's a little bit calm. Hey, rascal dude.
Hey.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, the rest really helped. I wanted to say sorry for that. I didn't let you heal me.
Must have your reasons. It's fine.
I didn't feel like I deserved it from you. It's not your fault. The whole werewolf thing, I did it to myself. And I didn't feel like you needed to fix what went wrong.
But you're my friend. Of course I'm gonna help you. It doesn't matter if you make a good or bad choice. You and me are with it until the end. Until we explode. Which, let's be honest, this is gonna be a high priority in our lists.
True, yeah. I just saw it made you upset. So I just wanted to say sorry. And thank you for the offer.
And Theo is just gonna look down and just kind of grasp the handle of the lyre a little bit. And you can see that the smile is a little bit forced right now. But it's fine. It just reminded me of things, you know?
Yeah, I get it. It's good. I felt like I needed to say sorry.
It's fine. I know that you must have your reasons, but at the end of the day, you're never gonna get rid of me. I'm like a stain in your boots. Like a really bad stain. Like a wine stain, you know?
Well, I'm glad you're there. And he will start playing again. And he will just play to himself and just kind of sit around.
Theo is still not gonna be trying to play anything in the lyre.
All right.
But his face is a little bit like smiling to Rascal.
Sure. Okay. So I'm gonna say, as you all gather, is there anything else you guys want to say before anything else? Just want to make sure. No. All good. All good. All good.
Maybe later. Not right now.
Sure. So after about an hour of just waking yourselves up, stretching out a tiny bit, taking in again what happened yesterday and having a little bit of food. Again, rations aren't the tastiest thing, you know, it's not a gourmet meal, but it sustains you. You feel full for the time being, and as we said, the sky is overcast, but there is a little bit of sunlight starting to pierce through the clouds above, and that little tiny trickle of rain has just started to settle. So right now is kind of clear for you guys to start making your way up the road if you would like to. Downtown, that's right. Or, well, hang on. Yeah, making your way uptown. So you guys want to start heading out? Yeah. So before this, a couple of things I need to ask you first. Firstly, the moment when you guys start to gather your things and start heading onto the road or path, what do you guys do when you are coming up to where Kia is? That's what I'm most interested in. What's going on in that interaction there? Would anyone be wanting to speak to Kia? Would Kia want to say anything back? Or is it going to be a very quiet journey all the way through this campaign?
Rasko will...
Sorry, go on.
Okay. Rasko will walk up to Kia. And let's just kind of look her in the eyes. Yesterday was a mess. Last night. And back in town when we first met was a mess. I kind of wanted to say I'm sorry because we started off on the wrong foot. I started too aggressive. I didn't know the person I was around. It's usually something I do. It takes me a while to trust someone before I let them be with my friends, basically. So, yeah.
I mean, if I was you, I wouldn't trust me. I did nearly kill you.
Yeah, but that shows me that I want you on my side and not against me. You almost killed me when I was hanging upside down. It's awful, but I don't want you against me. I want you with the party. I want you here.
Okay. Let's go. We have places to be, if I'm remembering correctly. Not
That's
that it was
right.
me that got hit on the head.
Okay. And he will jump on his horse. And he will wait for everyone to catch up.
Oh yeah, Kia, where's your horse? Remembering your pets, everyone.
I don't know. We turned up on them. There's some around here.
Has it been eaten? Has it been eaten again? Are you losing horses again, guys?
Dave, you need to let this go. Sometimes you eat horse.
Yeah. I know you have a very fond affection for horses, David, but
Yes,
I
I
think
know
you
you have
Yeah.
a deep
so
Very majestic.
desire for horses,
I'm
but,
totally having
but
a
sometimes they
horse
die.
fondler NPC in this. Oh, hello. Anyway, but yeah, Kia, your horse has sort of been away from you for a fair bit, but in the moment when you were in your little trance state, it came around to you just to make sure you're okay. Kind of having that, I like the idea, if you don't mind me doing this, that it has a very similar attitude to you, where it's like it's not mollycoddling you, it's like you're all right, and do your own thing, kind of thing. So it's near you. We'll just say that, and you can just go on it.
get Magnus out and ride him.
Nice. Okay. Boy, this is an option for you, but you can have another person riding him too.
I guess I'll give the option to Neela. And while I'm riding it front ahead, if there was any off-chance collection of rainwater, I'd boil it on Magnus's horn and put the kettle on.
Yeah, that's fine. there was like a little bit of dew what you can get off like the leaves from the morning rain. But yeah, who just left? Oh no, Maddie!
No!
Maddie!
No!
Oh, and then
Well,
Annie
I'm Annie now.
disappears. Well, you are Annie right now. How much you gonna bet they're gonna come and go? I'm so sorry. I'm waiting for it.
Internet's
Oh.
crashed.
Yeah, internet crash.
Man down.
Yeah.
Man down,
Well,
man down.
that's why we got emergency scene, my dude. So we're all good.
Okay.
I didn't spell any of those words correctly. You really didn't. Messaging Maddie, I'm just like,
Just say that. Oh no, Annie's dead. Rascal killed Annie. Oh no.
Oh no.
But what we'll say is, yeah, you get on your horses. Boy, you get on Magnus. So Magnus obviously just goes zoom, and then just picks you up with its horn and just gently lifts you on its back. You land. Question: is there anything like soft on top of Magnus, so you got a little bit of comfort on your ass?
Nah.
Oh,
Well, boy's used to just sitting on his ass anyway.
oh, metal. Oh, all right.
There aren't many seats in the weaponry.
Roll for chafing.
Chafing.
roll for chafing.
Roll a 20.
I rolled a nat 1.
We'll come on to it another
Oh
time.
no.
Okay, I land on the neck of the head and just go, oh.
It's like, oh shit. It's like where it's like
I sat on myself.
it's like
It's
one of
just
the
kinda
plates are
rubbing.
like this, and you sort of just hit this pit here. It's like,
Yeah.
And as Neela gets on, Neela goes, oh, okay, thank you. We'll come on, and they'll like just gently go onto it, kind of nervously, just looking around, going like, I've not been on one of these before. But
Yeah.
we've not been on these before. Have they? Oh, do you want the
Yeah,
the
we were
ride?
charging through the fucking
Oh.
tunnels. Yeah, last
We've
time
never been on it
she was riding
casually.
it. Yeah.
Shouting at me. Yeah, we have DM.
I also think she was also on it when I was making the compass.
Then I take it back. It's still not that comfortable.
Oh yeah, we also have a compass, by the way.
You do.
So we won't get lost
No,
this
you're
time.
totally right. Yeah, you're totally right. So, you will continue your journey. Now, I'm just going to be looking at the...
All have horses?
there are currently 2 horses in the party, if I can remember rightly, but you guys will be walking by the side. So I know Oakley wanted to walk by the side specifically. Hey, Maddie, how you doing?
Hello.
Maybe.
Oh.
How you doing? It's okay.
Someone owes Dave money. He was right.
Wait, did you just say I'm so sorry? Did I nail it?
You
I
did,
nailed it
yeah.
right. Awesome.
did, yeah.
I'm very happy about that.
Internet happens, okay? It's
Internet
just
does happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
do be like
thing
that
on its
sometimes.
own.
Everyone
Yeah.
is in different positions, but it's fine. But yes, you guys would start to head to the outside of Halak Forest, and there's a tiny bit of like a breath of fresh air, because Halak Forest is very, very unpredictable. Kind of like Maddie's internet connection, very unpredictable. And but as you come to the exit of the forest, you are greeted with not that much of an open field, actually. Everyone make a perception check real quick. Do you know why I'm getting you guys to make a perception check?
Because you hate us.
So I can sort the layout out.
Very sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's fine. These things happen.
The internet should be
You should be
apologising.
fine. You should be giving away your soul.
To me.
Yeah, that's worth like 5 years
Isn't the D&D
servitude.
game technically you giving your soul to
Exactly.
the Dungeon Master?
Exactly. I think we're good. Oh no.
Oh,
Wait,
please.
how have I got 2 commons? There you are. Come on, get out of here. There's too many. Alright, I think we're good. Okay, we're good. So, anyone roll over a 20? Aw.
20.
What's that, sorry?
A dirty
A dirty 20.
20. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So the very first thing you all notice as you continue your path outside of Halak, the water source, what I believe Theodore's looking for. You find it. In fact, you notice that the river that is called, hang on, the Emma Flow is what the river's called, is actually sort of entwining with the path that you've been following. And it goes, again, winding up the path with all of you. But something else you see, and Rascal, you have seen this area before. Here, this is as far as you've been. You were mainly Halak Forest when you were against the orcs, but that's as far as you got to. So right now, this is familiar to Rascal and Rascal only. But it's not just a straight, flat field that's in front of you. On the left and right, there are actually really big hills on either side of the road, and that's where the water is, the river, sorry, is sort of flowing through. The path is going through the, in between the valley, if you would, of this area. Annie, what you notice, and you are looking around and you sort of look up to the sky because you sort of follow the river with your eye through the valley, and you look a bit higher, and just in the distance, bless you, you do start to see what looks like in the distance a mountainside. And from what you can tell, it spans as far left as you can think and as far right as you can think. Let me think. Annie, roll me a history check.
Oh no. 10.
So you've seen the map of the area before, right? You've seen the map of Cormyr, and the map of Cormyr is it's literally just focused on Cormyr, right? And if you were going to go like almost to the top right of the map, you would notice that is where you are currently at. You're at Halak Forest, and what you are seeing and what you can remember is a mountain range. With a 10, I'm going to say you struggle with a name right now.
Okay.
Yeah. You also notice that the mountains, you don't see the peak of the mountains, because the peak of the mountains, from what you can see, is covered in just dark grey clouds. And ever so slightly, you can just see a little bit of a flash going off in the clouds. Really far away, but with your perception check, I think that's okay. You can spot that. But yeah, so that's what you are seeing right now. And I'm assuming you guys want to keep going. Yeah. All right.
Along the route, I offer everyone a cuppa.
Oh, I hope you'll gladly take it.
Rascal as well.
He takes it as well.
And he's gonna take it and then put paint in it.
Didn't you do this before? Didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did, right?
That was a mistake that one time. This time we're getting high on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
As I see Annie do that, I just say, catch your cocktail invention there.
If anyone likes it, yes, just a bit of paint. It really is very good. Makes you feel very relaxed.
Please, whoever's watching this right now, don't drink paint.
Does it actually give you like a buzz rather than make you relaxed?
Is that
Depends,
what Kia
really.
says? Is that what Kia... Does Kia say that?
No.
I will say that
Kia, the
in
drug
art,
lord.
the amount of times people have accidentally drunk their paint water instead of a cup of tea is a very common occurrence.
Can't relate. So, Maddie, as you're high as a kite, that's when the image of the mountains hit you. That's when you start to see all the details what I explained, right?
Yeah.
CarpeDM does not support the consumption of paint.
Thank you.
Yep.
I will not be
Yep.
responsible for anyone who dies from paint consumptions.
Funny, don't get some paint, don't do it.
Good
They're
lord.
not essential oils. You don't drink them.
Anyway, so as I like the idea that Annie sort of offered it to people and just went, all right, and carried on drinking it.
I would have had a sip.
You would have had a sip. All
I would
right.
have had a sip and then just gone. Oh.
Annie, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
7.
7, you say?
Oh no.
So
Please don't make me throw up, please.
no. It's been too many times. You just can't hold it. As you take this pen, and it is nice, right? It's sort of, you know when you drink but it goes down the wrong way, that kind of thing. The paint sort of goes down the wrong way, and you go, and then your cold cone, just cold breath, just goes, and it like sort of comes out. So little bits of paint are frozen, and then lands in front of you in multiple colours on the floor. As you continue your journey.
Excuse me.
You okay, Annie?
Yeah, just went down the wrong hole.
Okay. Okay. Don't die. Let's just don't die.
Last thing we need on this trip.
Yep.
One of the paint little molecules like hits Rascal and Boy, and then just drops onto the floor.
Just kind of tinks as it bounces off Magnus.
So after Annie has finished their drink, it takes a little bit longer because it's a bit thicker. You start making your way through the valley, and as you make your way, there's little gaps in the valley as you find. So you look into your left and right, and it does open up to just fields. And you see just little buffalo-type creatures running across the plains. You see the occasional eagle flying in and catching some prey and flying away.
Fidget is just sort of shuffling very nervously in my
Yeah,
couch at that point.
that's fair. That's totally fair.
Rascal will look at Kia and say, is it okay if you take the front? Then I'll ride at the back.
No, I'm alright, thank you.
Okay.
Who's at the front?
Rascal will be still, even if Kia didn't accept it, he will still be at the back of the group.
Okay.
Just being at the back and getting everyone basically in line.
Who's taking the lead then, everyone? Is Kia taking the lead, or is Kia sort of chilling?
No, Kia's like purposefully like pulling back to the middle of the group.
Okay, that's fine. So you got Rascal at the very back. You have Kia in the middle.
Somebody's gotta make a decision.
I guess Magnus might be at the front, so he's not trending on
Thea
someone's
is
toes.
technically blind, yes. We'll take that in consideration.
I guess so Magnus doesn't stomp on anyone, I might be at the front.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Yeah. So, what I'd like Boy to do, you know what? I'm going to bring up Neela's stats because I do want to have their character at least do stuff.
Now I'm concerned.
Why?
Because you bringing up a character sheet is very concerning.
Yep.
Neela turns.
Let me just bring out up the big bad's character
Let
sheet.
me
Give
just
me
get
a
access
minute.
to this character's HP for a quick
You
second.
guys are
I just need to quickly get up a character sheet for Big Bad. Give me a minute.
Neela starts floating in the air. Her eyes turn bright blue, and you all die. All right. So yeah, perception, please. Boy.
Because I'm high up, can I take that as an advantage?
Nah, we're not going to play around with that.
Rhinos aren't all that tall.
They're not too tall. They're like around about 6
They're like
foot.
horse highs.
Yeah. Highs?
Eyes.
Highs?
Right, yeah.
Maddie's
So-
high.
I don't know how to speak English, okay? I don't know what you're expecting of me.
That's...
No. I have a mighty 7.
Yeah. Does it say Neela didn't roll very well either? It was like
Fuck.
an 11.
Well,
I
we're the
believe.
battering ram.
Yeah, that's fine. Roll for Magnus.
Oh yeah, because he's vigilant.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Hey!
Wait a minute, does he have any mods? If he does, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
And that 20 is fine anyway. Don't worry. The DC was actually really low, but somehow we missed it. Apart from Magnus.
I by the way keep a tally mark for every time Magnus beats boy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I should probably do that as well.
Oh my
Where did I
God.
put my post-it
We
note?
need to
There
put
it
that in
is.
chat as well. We need like a command, like boy v Magnus, and then it's
Oh,
like,
he's beaten me 3 times.
Yeah,
I,
3,
I
yeah.
haven't won anything.
that's so great. So you, boy, notice a little bit of a shift with Magnus as you come to a point where the mounds to your right and left sort of dip again, and you see a pool of water starting to emerge to the left-hand side. So let's say the river's sort of flowing through and around the road that you're walking down, but then part of it does cut off to the left-hand side, and you see Magnus sort of just look up and then turn its head to the left.
Okay. I look to the left and see what I can see.
So you can't see. I'm going to keep that carrying over for a little bit. But because Magnus has got a gigantic head, everyone will see Magnus turning the head to the left. Now everyone else can make a perception check, but I'm not going to roll for Neela, and boy, you don't roll either. But everyone else can roll a perception check.
Ooh, that's pretty okay for me.
Theo, you're going to roll for this bit. You're going to roll normally, not at disadvantage. So, I'm guessing you rolled a natural 1 there, Sugar. So
Snap! Oh my god, same!
I was just gonna say Becca's got her head in the hands just...
Because I rolled a 10 and I was like, oh, that's bad. And then I was like, apart from this person rolled at disadvantage, I was like, well, fuck. It can't get much worse.
20 or over. Theodore, and you rolled a natural 20. What's your perception?
Audio is currently
Yeah.
compromised.
We're going to do a PEX-based. Nice. Kia, we're sharing the same brain cell right now. Text-based campaign.
Charades.
+4, so you roll a 24. That's really good. Now, here's the thing. I love it when stories like line up with your roles and stuff. I think it's really fucking cool. Theodore, the reason why you notice a little bit more than everyone else, because to look down where Magnus was looking, you don't really see too much yet. It's sort of, you do get the chance to follow the river down a tiny bit, and there's an open, almost like a lake area. And there's a little tiny tiny mound at a distance at the edge of a lake. Theodore, you don't see the mound. But what you do hear, and again, this is why it's interesting that you're the one who rolled a natural 20 for this, is because you hear a slight plucking of an instrument. And specifically, you would know that what you can hear is a banjo playing. And it's very just gentle, just dun 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 dun, and it just goes on. And for you, Theo, music is always drawing you in. What would you like to do, Theo, if you're able to speak now? So Janks
This
has
is
already
turning
got.
into the impossible game of charades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We need to learn like
Sign language.
American Sign Language.
I will go.
language. I know
I'll have Theo follow the
this is
music.
Cookie.
Let's not do this. So Janks has already got the reference in chat. Good job. So as you all start to look down, Theodora starts wandering down towards where the music is.
As Rascal sees Theo wandering off, he will take his horse and ride after Theo.
Mm-hmm.
He
Theo's
will...
not sprinting.
No.
They're just sort of flowing with it, almost like the river.
And he will not say anything, but he will perk up his ear and try to listen for anything specific.
As you get closer, you do also hear the banjo playing.
Rascal will take out this violin and gently start playing along.
Very nice. You also hear a little bit of whistling going on. What's everyone else doing?
Can I still hear shit?
If you're following, you'd be able to hear it. You see it. You do see a little bit in the mound though, because everyone's like heading that way. So people might be like, "What's that?" kind of thing. What's everyone else doing?
Following.
Okay. So Annie is following. Oakley.
Well, you'll see everyone else and go, well, I need to fill up my water skin, so I guess I'll go that way too.
Oh.
We never think about this, do we? About filling up a water skin. We always mention we've got a water skin. We never mention it.
Are we about to have a banjo player?
We are.
Yes.
You're gonna see
This is
speakers.
exactly what I need in my life.
Ding 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 ding.
I was expecting Dave to come out with.
No. Dear Lord.
Key is just going to follow everyone if that's where they're going.
Sure. That's fine.
I just kind of sigh and just think, oh, there we go, walking into another fucking trap, I guess. And I get off, I help Neela off Magnus, and I pocket Magnus and follow everyone else.
Okay. So as you get closer and closer, you start to see this mound, what you first assumed. There's like a little bit of smoke trailing up from it. You guys can make a little bit another perception check if you want to. Now you're closer.
At disadvantage?
Ooh.
Nope. You're close, so it's fine.
Oh, that's
Natural
better.
20.
Yeah, same.
Nice.
Really?
Oh, I got better than a 6, 17.
Started literally from the bottom, and now we're as good as it gets.
DMCA, please don't claim us. Start at bottom.
I was speaking
21.
it. Everything
Yeah.
was shaking.
21 as well.
I was
23.
Speaking.
I go into a rage.
Turn the noise activated strobe lights on.
Yeah.
We're speaking.
So
I need to show that to you.
that's great. So for those who rolled, it was really low at this point. For those who rolled over a 15, you start to see this, what you were first assumed as a mound, and you can't help but notice it looking like a shell. It's green with a little bit of yellow and brown around it. And you look at the top of it and you see a very slender green neck, which goes into a head. The smoke is coming from the head, if you would, from what you can see. If you rolled a natural 20, you also notice on the right-hand side is a fishing rod facing towards the lake.
As we ride up, Roscoe will say, "Good afternoon."
Roll initiative. No, not really. Not really. Just turn. Ah! It's a snapping turtle.
Oh no, Oogway. He's gonna start kicking ass again.
And this creature that you saw turns towards you in its long, wrinkly neck. And it has like a slight, like squinty eye kind of thing. And it looks and goes, "Oh, hello there. How are you?"
Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, good
Sir?
after. It's morning still, but it's okay. It's been a long time.
It's always afternoon.
Ah, it's fair.
Afternoon, summer in the world.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, hello. Whoa, hello. And he like looks around, but you see like his body's still facing like forward as his neck sort of like looks really far around, so it sort of snakes behind.
Yeah.
And you see this. Oh, hang on. Roll me a nature check, everyone.
Oh, not 20.
Nat 20.
Oh, that's 20.
Jesus Christ.
I love that the Nat 20s are happening at looking at an old
Yeah.
boy.
This is where all of our luck goes for the
Yeah.
rest of the campaign.
Yeah.
This is just it. This is
Just so we know what on earth we are looking at.
10.
I rolled an 11.
Or 18.
Okay. So for those who rolled over, I mean, I'm gonna say rolling over a 15 for this. You would recognize these creatures as turtles. Turtles are an amphibious creature, not a beast as such, but they do sometimes go around in I don't know the actual term for a group of them. Let's just say squads. But
A slow.
a slow, is that what they're called?
No, I just guessed.
Oh my god, dude, you said that with so much like determination. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna trust you. They walk around with a slow. But the majority of them really oh no, Theo, are we really doing this?
Look, Dave, as
my
long as you talk slowly
We should be fine.
and Theo can type quickly, it should be fine. For everyone at home who doesn't know what the hell we're talking about, Theo's just messaging in chat what they want to say, but it's cut like a big sentence.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a noise outside, so
Oh no.
Wait, could we take turns voicing Theo?
You know what?
I'm fine
You know
with
what?
that.
We will, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna make Theo have a turn, if that makes sense, in this conversation, or else it's gonna be such a clusterfuck.
That's
of
what I
voices.
mean. Can we?
yeah.
Not yet. So Theo, not yet. But your bit's gonna come up in a second. Okay. Cool.
Wait, how long does it? Do you think the sound is going to go on for? Could we take an early break?
Introducing a character.
Because this is going
Yeah.
to be a cool RP moment, and I
You know
don't want
what?
to take it away from.
You,
I
you
think
have
so
we had a
too.
nature check. Explain the nature check, and then we can take a
Yeah,
break.
yeah.
Okay.
Also,
then-
also,
okay, so-
it's a, also
Okay.
it's a
This is what we're doing.
sorry,
Yeah.
Also, it's a bale of turtles.
As the DM,
Producer and DM. This is
Hell.
what we're going to.
as the DM, it's my decision
So
to
sorry.
do as I'm told.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen up, guys. I will say
Love
this.
you,
So
Dave.
it's fine. Don't worry. Let me explain about the turtle a tiny bit.
Yeah.
So turtle people tend to be isolated creatures. They sort of keep to themselves, and they're known as travelers more than anything. They live a long time, and for turtles themselves, they don't really tend to stay in the same place. They like to travel. For all of you, I would say that this is the first time you've seen a turtle. Turtles wouldn't want to go into the hustle and bustle of Cherry Blossom Town. And because they're so secluded and they're very rare, the chance of seeing them is very, 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 very small. But you would have common knowledge of creatures that exist in your world more than anything. So yeah, to make sure that obviously Shogun can get the audio sorted for this moment, let's go on a quick break for about 10 minutes, and we'll come back to the turtle dude, and then I will tell you guys the name and all that kind of thing later. But let's get that sorted now, okay? I guess.
Yes.
Peace. Goodbye.
Alright.
No.
All right, cool. And are we back? Well, hang on. Boop, boop. There we go. We're good. Everyone say hello.
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 Hey everyone, welcome back. We are back from our break. There's always something going off with Kia's camera, or something's always going off in the world of Becca when we start these like parts, right? I will get electrocuted by spilling water. Or camera's like, oh god.
Just
Anyway.
every time we go live.
Yeah, it just trembles. Oh no. What a mood. So, where we left off, and Sugar has the mic back, so we can continue without me reading text instead. That'd have been so weird. Oh, Theodore says this. Anyway, so yeah, we left off as our band of bastards. I really hope you're not going to be bastards this time. I really hope not. But we left off with them meeting a little turtle. But here's the thing. When I say little, I actually mean the opposite. This turtle that you see right now, it sat down, right, with a pipe in its hand, and it's I have no idea what the terminology is for these, but on a pipe, the long spout part, if you would, is really far. Think Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, that kind of thing. And he's just like, and even though he sat down, his height is actually taller than all of you apart from Oakley. Oakley, you're the only one who is standing slightly higher than his head height. It's still impressive. It's like here kind of thing on you, Oakley. And yeah, so this turtle friend turns to you all and goes, "Oh, welcome. What business do you have here? Are you visiting me? Oh, it's lovely if you do." And he's just,
Well, we heard your music, and that's the thing that brought us here.
"Oh, that's wonderful. I'm sorry if it disturbed you. I was just minding."
No.
Oh, no?
It was the most excellent of melodies, dude.
Oh, I appreciate it. My fingers are usually too big for conventional instruments, and if you look at, and Theodore, you will see this more than anything, the banjo itself, a typical banjo has, I don't know how many strings it is, I think it's like quite a lot actually, but these strings are a bit more separated than usual to compensate for his big thick fingers to get the frets and everything like that. And he starts just to, he puts his banjo down to the floor, but it's in like a really, really almost nonchalant way. He's not like throwing it, but it's like, boop, and then he's keeping an eye on you. Again, his body hasn't shifted. He's still sort of stuck. He's like a tank of a man, as just in the century with his head. And he's, well, nice to meet you all, but who am I speaking to here?
Rascal put his hand out and say, "Rascal Reverie."
Oh, lovely.
From Cherry Blossom.
Cherry Blossom. Oh, yes, I've heard of that place. Never been before. It's too noisy for me. I prefer the peace and quiet, honestly. Friends, but peace and quiet when is needed. Speaking of which, what was your name? Rascal?
Yeah.
He's going to look at you and go, is it a fitting name for you, or?
It's there for a reason.
Oh, well, that's understandable. And he's just sort of looking at it like, huh. Not in a, like a judgmental way, just more like a curious way. And everyone else, sorry. And he's going to like start lighting it again. It's actually really far out, so you got to go.
You're
Can't hear.
muted.
I love how you fix your mic and then mute it.
He says, Theo is just going to go straight forward, like walk like a big step, very exaggerated, and he's just going to put both hands on his hips, and then, "My name is Theodore S. Prestidigitation as the third Esquire."
It makes me so happy that you struggle with that, because I always struggle with it too, so don't worry. I'm just going to call you Theo, if that's okay.
That's all right. Most everybody says it.
Thank you. It's understandable. And he takes another, that's a toke. Sure. You can actually smell this aroma. It isn't actually tobacco that you smell. There's a little bit of tobacco in it, but there's actually like a more of a flowery kind of scent.
Boy,
Well-
smoking weed.
You don't know.
Well, everyone over here, we have Neela, of course.
And Neela just goes, hello, and just goes nice and quiet.
Boy, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, that is my name.
Sure. Charming as always.
No problem.
Anyone? What about you, my dragon friend?
Oh, yes, sorry. Hey, wow, okay. My name is Annie Ayuuki. People seem to always laugh at my name. I have no idea why.
Annie, are you okay?
Yes, I am very good.
Are you okay? Stop playing. I got a song, guys.
Let's go. I'll take a violin and just start playing the tune.
You just see the tortoise leaning slightly further. Lovely to meet you, my friend. That's interesting name. I like it actually. And he's gonna turn to Yukia and go, oh, how about you? You're very strong. Stiff is more like it, actually. And that's coming from me. I barely move this body. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are they always this good at conversations? And he's just
No.
going, huh. No, that's fair. Each to their own.
They're a bit more of the observer of the group.
And then his head starts to like tilt to your chest, Oakley, first. And he's like, oh. And then he looks up, oh, hello. And he's actually going to stand up this time. And he's like, he puts one of his hands on his knee to help him get up a tiny bit. And he just like shifts his weight forward because most of his weight's in the back, right? And he stands up and you notice that his shoulders are like lower than yours, but his head is higher than yours. So it goes neck and then his head's like to your forehead, if you would. Oh, hello. Oh, lovely to meet you, big... Sorry.
I'm Oakley.
Oh, lovely.
I've never met someone as taller than me before. It's nice to meet you, fella.
It's lovely to meet you. We don't see many of you around here, actually.
Oh, was it what? Furbolgs or monks? I don't know which one.
Furbolgs. Monks are rare, but you see them. Everyone likes doing the kicky stuff, I guess. But furbolgs, not as much. You're almost as rare as my kind, actually.
Oh, well, I guess that's true. Well, I haven't seen many of me since I was little. But yeah, well, it's still nice to meet you anyway.
And goes to you. So,
What's your name, good sir?
my name is O'Reilly. It's lovely to meet you all. And he sort of gets his pipe and he tilts it. And if you see where he's standing, it almost looks like a bit of a picnic area, if you would. He was sitting on his own butt, kind of hard with the shell behind him, but he's been able to like lean back into it. And around him, you see just a little bit of a spread. There's water on the side. There's a little bit of whiskey going off as well. You also see a tray where he's dipping his, tossing his ash into as he wants to refill and light it up again, blaze it. And in front you see a really nice array of fishes that he's recently catched. And he goes, oh, are you traveling anywhere?
Yeah, we are on our way to Highmoon right now. We came from the Lock Forest and have a deadline to catch, basically.
How was it this time in Lock Forest? I've never been myself. I'm a bit more northward from here. I usually come down here because I love the fish. It takes me a while, but it's worth it.
Let's say we had some trouble.
Trouble? What kind? I hear so many stories.
bitey kind.
Bitey kind.
The werewolf.
And ogres.
And big
Massive birds. Yeah.
And a bird.
Big birds.
Don't go in the forest, basically.
No.
We learned that the hard way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's I think it's a good idea from you that you stay here to fish.
Oh, it's okay. I had no intention of going, but I really appreciate the warning. After I'm done here, I'm going back up north to where I like to sometimes stay. I have this little deal with a town of mine. I provide some fish for them. They give me a little place to stay sometimes, give me some food, and then I come back. I'm just a fisherman.
What's the name of this place?
I gotta search it. Hang on. Half-hap.
Off?
Half. Half. HAP. So if you're looking at the map, it's like it's north, and then it slightly goes to the left as well. It's quite far. Tall as beef. Long travellers, my dudes. What? So if you're on your way to Highmoon, have you come across any merchants or any travellers of your own?
Not really. No. It's been pretty quiet on the road.
I mean, there was that one goblin, but
Yeah, but
Goblin.
yeah.
You didn't seem to be a merchant or a willful
Nope.
traveller, let's just say.
Oh,
Also, Bobby.
Bobby.
Huh?
Who's Bobby?
Oh, he's my friend dude. Bird dude. What?
Friend dude.
Oh,
No, I
my-
like friend dude.
my-
No, friend dude's
my
perfect.
brain is just.
Dude, that's an interesting word. I like it. Dude, and he's like just sort of, you'll see his like eyes start to wander as he's just sort of starts saying to himself, dude. Huh, dude. He's just like articulating it. And as he taps the rest of his ash out and then refills and lights, he turns to you and goes, so, if you've not seen any merchants or travellers, I wonder what's happened to them. And he sort of like a bit.
Did you pass any?
No, I come here quite often, and when I'm here, I tend to have some friends, merchants. Sometimes they come here to trade, but actually we spend a bit of time fishing ourselves. It's almost become a tradition. I might be okay on my own, but it's always good to speak to people. It's always good to get to know, a little bit of trade, but mainly the companionship is nice. And you say you've not seen them.
Not
Well, we
come
were off
across
the
any?
road for a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Where did they come from, your friends?
They travel around, but their main trading route is actually to Highmoon. They go from Highmoon into Cormyr, pass on their wares, and in between the journeys they come to see me, and we spend a little bit of time unwinding and fishing. It's lovely.
And do they have some sort of schedule they follow? Or is it just whenever they feel like it?
Whenever I feel like it, it's not that organised, you know.
Then maybe they just
Yeah.
passed us by a few hours.
But they always come here. It's become a routine.
Did they
Hello.
pass through Halak Forest?
They do.
How long have you been here right now?
Me? I've been coming and going here for a few years now.
Yeah, but like the past few days.
Oh, me here?
Mm-hmm.
3 days?
Ooh.
And you haven't seen anyone?
No.
Excuse me, Mr. Turtle Dude.
Yes, little one.
How many people were in that party?
Around about, 6. About 6. Sometimes they come alone, sometimes they come in a group. Sometimes it's 2 of them. They've always made it, though.
Have you only ever seen these folks in the daytime?
Yes, because that's usually when they start travelling, and it's the safest to travel at daytime, usually. So, most of the time, it's daytime when we have our little fishing going on. Not at night, usually.
Did they ever get hasty round about sunset time?
No. I've heard of... I understand what you're going with. I don't think it's like that.
They're probably dead.
Maybe not
I
the
mean,
time, Theo.
That's
We're
always a
at
possibility. They could also just be lost, you know. Things can happen on the road.
Yeah. Or delayed. Maybe I had a good trade somewhere. Stayed there
Or
for a
lost
little
their
while.
horse, or their carriage got broken, or
Yeah,
again,
I'll
they
stop
could be dead.
talking.
But
The possibilities are endless, basically.
This is true. These, traders, they're quite strong, if I'm honest.
Isn't that weird for traders?
It is. Why is that a problem?
no reason.
Let's just say they know their way around.
Do they do things? Do they do? Jesus Christ! How do you speak English again?
Sorry, Kate, you haven't spoke for a while, so it's all good.
Do they do anything other than trade?
No, that's a living. They used to tell me stories of how they were fighters and monks, as they look at you, Oakley, because obviously you're still wearing your monk outfit, and just adventurers. And after they finished adventuring, they just wanted to trade their wares. The cozy life is what they wanted, and with how they were, they know how to make it accessible through Halak Forest to Highmoon. They've done it for so many years, they just got good at it.
Did they have a place to call home?
Travelers like me. Anyway,
What are their names?
haven't made these up actually. Let's go with this. One is Janks, because Janks is awesome. One is gonna be... one is Lou. One is Soph. One is Sugar. Sugar is another bard in the group. One is Bex.
Don't like them immediately. Fuck that guy.
Guy? Okay. But yeah, he sort of sits there and tells you that it's if you maybe they're just late, maybe they're just, I don't know.
Someone called Sophie kind of guessed they would be late.
Or, like Theo said, they could be dead. Who knows?
It's always
Something could have
possible.
happened.
When you mentioned the dead part, you actually don't notice him like getting that bothered. Like he has so much faith in their ability, if you would. He's like, I understand how you would say that kind of thing. Who's adept at Arcana? Anyone proficient in Arcana?
Neela.
Roll. I'm not gonna roll what Neela is, but roll, boy.
How dare you? Don't command me.
Roll, boy.
Oh fuck math. 23.
So that's nice. That's a really good roll.
Yeah, 16 plus 7.
Nice. So, you know when you went into the Elven Glade, and you and Neela have this kind of connection to the weave, the arcane weave. You can sort of sense where certain powers are, if you would. Like you can sort of get a sense of how powerful things are. As you spend a bit of time just looking this gentle turtle over, there's this weird energy around his body, to the point where it's almost honed arcane magic. To the point where him expressing no like concern for his friend's well-being at this point, you can almost ascertain that this turtle here has experience, has a lot of experience. to the point where it's arcane-based experience. You don't know exactly what his expertise is. You know, he plays a banjo and he fishes. But you have a sense of, oh, this person's more powerful than he seems to start with. Just by looking at him, big, old-looking turtle. You see it a little bit different to other people who aren't as arcane trained, if you would. And you just see this weird energy around him. If you're impressed by it, I don't know. I'm not going to say it impressed you because it's up to Boy to take that in.
I guess I do kind of read it slightly, and then I say, sorry that we couldn't really give you much answers to the questions, but we tried. I was wondering if you could answer us a few questions. You seem to have travelled a bit. You say you've been to Highmoon?
No, I don't travel to Highmoon. I go up to the north, and I go to south. My friends would go to Highmoon, though. All the time.
But they pass enough stories to you for you to know anything about certain cults that may pass through areas?
No, they tell me stories of all their adventures, you know, just the usual things, how you hear about them. Cults and dragons and monsters of all kinds, just typical adventuring things, but never in Highmoon. Highmoon's a fantastic trading place. Nothing ever happens in Highmoon. Quite boring if you ask me.
Yeah, for a trading ground, it's kind of suspicious that no evil trades through there.
Well, if I was evil, probably wouldn't take the normal route to destinations. Too obvious.
Who has the book that has all the names and the marks?
Rascal does, I believe.
I was gonna go to Rascal and say, do you mind if I just borrow the book for a second?
Yeah, and he has it on his hip, basically, and he will untie it.
Mm.
And we'll hand it over to you.
I just kind of walk over to the turtle. Are there any rocks anywhere that I can stand just a little bit to at least reach his height?
What he'll do is, anyway, as he's having this conversation, you would have sat down. He's still way taller than you.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's say there's a little rock you can stand on. No problem.
Okay. I just kind of like show the book, and then I show the little mark that I drew from that I saw in Father Henry, and just say,
Sure.
does any of this seem like familiar to you, or do you think your friends would know anything about this?
He's going to he's going to put his hand out to see if he'll put his pipe down first because it's rude. He's going to put his palm out and go, huh, may I look?
Yes.
And he's going to...
Rascal's keeping a very close eye on every movement he does.
Are you doing it sneakily?
No,
Cool.
just out in the open. Just keeping an eye on what they're doing.
So as he opens the book and he starts to go through the pages, he's very curiously turning, he looks at you, Rascal, and just smirks like, huh, and then carries on. And because he's just looking through this book, he obviously sees there's a list and most of the marks are scratched out. And then he goes to the last page where Taki's name is at the bottom. Huh.
Anything interesting?
My friend would speak about that one.
Which one? I can't see because the book's.
Oh, I'm so sorry. He like lowers it.
Okay, I peek over the edge and just like see where it goes.
His really thick finger like points to Taki. My friends would speak about them in Highmoon.
Do you happen to know who they are?
From what I've gathered, they're no one particularly special.
Yet memorable to them?
They know a lot of people in Highmoon. But this one, it's just a usual librarian.
Can I insight check on that one?
Sure. It's Tacky in chat. She's a total bitch. Oh, God.
I rolled a natural 20, 24 total.
How many 20s have we rolled today?
Too many.
That's
A few.
4, 5, 6.
All of our luck is
Six.
just going to be dumped in here, and then when we face the big bad, it's just going to be nat ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just how it be.
And
It do be.
it do be like that. No, he is telling the truth. Just a librarian. From what you can tell, even though this person is hard to really gather, he's not the most emotional person, but you can tell he's sort of thinking from memory. He's not making it up. And from you, Rascal, you have a pretty good ability to notice when people are lying or not, because you are pretty good at lying yourself. So whenever you're trying to depict when someone is lying, you pay attention to their eyes a lot. Because if you look one way, they're going from memory. If you look another way, they're making it up. So that's what you do. But from what you can see, he's being very truthful right now. But I don't know. The library is known as one of the best libraries in Faerun.
What's the name of the library?
I did have it. I forgot what it's called. Let me make sure I got it. Because it is actually lore. I'll let you know another time, I do believe. Let me just make sure. Because, hang on. Da-da-da. I have it somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
What's everyone else doing? Well, while Boy's inquisiting.
I can't remember.
Neela's lighting up right now, surely, if it's a library.
Yeah, Neela would have knows of this library. I actually mentioned it in one of the episodes beforehand. I just forgot which one it's called. But Neela would have heard of it because they look up to this library. Completely forgot. I bet Janks knows it. You know how Janks knows everything about everything in D&D? Like he's like, oh, it's this. Anyway, but let's just say you mentioned it. But apart from that, yeah, he runs the library. He stays in the library a lot.
How much dubious information does the library keep?
I have no idea. Honestly, I'm not a reader. I study my surroundings. My experience comes from traveling, speaking to other people, experiencing things. But all I know about this person is they never came out of the library.
A bit of a hermit.
Indeed.
Araska will take out his notebook and quickly, in bullet points, write everything down.
Sure.
The turtle closed the book.
Yeah.
Oh, he would have trapped Boy's nose in the pages because I'm still peeking over the edge. Ah, fuck!
Oh, I didn't see you. I'm so sorry.
That's my fault. I should always take my nose out of other people's business. I apologize.
It's okay. I apologize. And he's gonna cast Healing Word. You don't have to take any points, right? But he's just gonna. I'm so sorry, and he'll just have a little, and then poof, you feel a little bit better.
Ask for the book back.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Now, this is an option for all of you if you'd like to stay for a little bit and just spend some time relaxing. It seems you are all a little bit tense right now, but you're welcome to stay. And he's gonna point to this display of other fishing rods or in front of him. These are what my friends usually use when they're here. You're welcome to have a go. I don't know if you need any food or anything. These are for my trading, but you're welcome to spend a little time relaxing. I can brew
I think
some
the
tea
tension
for you.
would follow us here.
We
I-
do
No
need
matter how
some.
long we'd
I
wait.
can very much tell that you're very tense right now.
We do need some rations.
Yeah, breakfast wasn't great this morning.
Theodore.
Question: how many days have we spent both traveling and in the forest?
I believe, if I'm right, you spent about 2 days in the forest to get past it all. I think right now you're on day 4, I believe. I will confirm that after the session because I was thinking about this and I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Right now, you're on schedule.
Okay, and how many days do we have left until the last person, croaks?
10 days.
So what you would know from studying Baal is that it's within a 10-day, but 10 days seems like the big thing. So right now you have 6 days. Rascal, what you would know right now is to get from here to Highmoon, you've got about 2 to 3 days to spare right now. But again, rations, however you guys want to do it.
Food.
And I have it, and as a DM, I have a little cool thing you guys can do if you want to do it.
I will look at the group and say, we have about an hour. Then we need to go.
That would be wonderful.
Yes! And then Theo is just going to jump all the way towards the fishing rods, and he's just going to try very, very hard to look so professional.
Yeah.
But he kind of gets tangled in the lures and in the fishing.
As long as he doesn't do like the hook in the mouth, like fuck. Okay, so if you're gonna be catching stuff, who wants to actually take part?
Me.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's how it's gonna work, and how this is gonna work is you're gonna be taking your fishing rods. You're gonna be going to the edge of the lake, and you are gonna be rolling animal handling for this.
Shit.
God
No.
damn it.
Now, while that's going on, O'Reilly's going to start getting his banjo out and just start plucking along while you guys are fishing. And when he's plucking along, again, boy, you notice this. Neela would notice this, but, as he's playing,